Hey, thanks for coming to my channel. So I know you've probably seen or at least heard of GRIMES'S interesting what I eat in a day while pregnant, Harper's Bazaar video. And I thought since, you know, we have so much in common, like, well, we're both Canadian, we're both kind of off the mainstream, and we're both pregnant while recording this what I eat in a day, that it'd be fun to try some of her pregnancy recipes, because why not? I've had some interesting cravings myself, so let's see what she's got for us. Grimes says that when she first wakes up, she likes to get her caffeine fix and go back to sleep, which sounds good to me. Her options were these caffeinated cubes, I think they were called Go Cubes, or she also liked matcha. So I made myself a matcha latte because, you know, I'm fancy like that, and then headed back to bed. We're going to start with one of her more notorious recipes called butter toast. Apparently, she melts an entire stick of butter on a plate and puts her toast in it. I don't have a stick of butter, but I've got this giant thing of Smart Balance. So we're gonna melt half a cup. Grimes actually said that to make her butter toast, she melts the butter on a plate and then puts the toast in it. But I really just didn't want a plate full of butter residue, so since I was melting it in the pan anyways, I just threw the toast in the pan as well. She also adds a bit of jam to it, but could somebody please tell me why this toast browned just so beautifully? And why I always make such a huge mess? Alright folks, so there we have it. Butter toast. So this is Grimes' more notorious pregnancy breakfast, but she does mention that she makes an effort to eat some fruits, even though she claims to hate fruit, which I just don't understand. No, I love fruit though, and I love having fruit with my breakfast. So her other breakfast option that she described was Raisin Bran with a bunch of berries on top. Now, she mentioned pretty much every berry but strawberries. However, in my fridge, I had a giant tub of strawberries that I got in my monthly grocery haul that I almost forgot about and need to be eaten. So I washed enough for myself and my kids, and I'm just gonna throw a couple berries with it because, like she said, it's really important to eat your fruit and vegetables, especially during pregnancy. And even though it's just one day, it doesn't really matter. I still wanna make sure I'm providing as many nutrients as I can for the babe. Let's try some butter toast. I mean, one thing we can agree on is carbs and fat are delicious. This probably would have even been great when I was like having morning sickness, because like carbs. I have to say, I am glad that I included the strawberries because all that butter was very rich. I needed something to kind of cut that richness, and now my hands are covered in butter and I need to go wash. I almost forgot, Grimes, I don't think mentions it in her what I eat in a day, but in her Adidas wellness routine that she shared, which is pre-pregnancy but also very interesting, she talks about a whole bunch of supplements. So I'm sure that a prenatal vitamin is on the table, and I can only take it with orange juice. So even though she didn't specifically mention it, I'm sure she also takes her prenatal. It's lunchtime, and it's time for another one of her iconic recipes. We are making sludge. So Grimes describes this sludge as making couscous and throwing in a ton of veganaise, a ton of sriracha, cutting up celery, tomatoes, or whatever vegetables you have, steaming spinach, and throwing it all in to make a spicy couscous sludge. I didn't have celery and we don't have sriracha on hand, but I did manage to get everything else, and then I mixed in hot sauce that we had left over from Bar Taco the other night, so I just threw in a pack or two of that, And that was my sludge. I don't hate it. So when I was in high school, I actually used to just make an entire box of couscous for a snack and sit and eat like a giant bowl of couscous. So I feel like couscous and I can't really go wrong at this point. I feel like with the name, you're supposed to be grossed out, but like, it's good. When I was looking up Grimes for this video a little bit, I saw an article where she talked about how she felt completely ill-prepared for pregnancy and how people don't talk about like the hard parts and how, you know, sick you get and how just hard it was for her to get through a lot of it. And I thought that that was really cool. Like, there's not a lot of people who are willing to come out and be like, you know what, it was rough, because everyone's trying to say, you know, it was so beautiful, and it's both, you know what I'm saying? But I just think it's so cool that she's so like down to earth and just willing to say things. Would you like some sludge?
Ew, no.
It's actually good.
For you.
Don't say I didn't offer. So one reason why Graham said that she wasn't still vegan throughout her pregnancy was because she was craving cow's milk. I'm not going to be drinking cow's milk today. I have hated it ever since, all the time. I just can't stand the taste of it. I never could. So I've got my water. That was actually really good, and I ate most of it. But of course, leave it to me to do like a food challenge video during a week where I seem to have like completely lost my appetite. I've been struggling to like eat. So I'm not gonna force myself to finish this. Surprisingly, a giant thumbs up, but then again, it's couscous, so why not? So for dinner, Grimes kind of mentioned a whole bunch of different places that she likes to eat and foods. But one of the ones that she said was a veggie burrito with salsa verde. So we decided to just go and pick up a burrito. That burrito was actually delicious. I didn't quite finish it because, like I said, I don't know. This week I'm just not able to eat as much. I don't know. But she says that she likes to eat Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips while she watches TV. So I got on my jammies. My husband knows to always bring me home salt and vinegar chips just in case. So I'm about to go back upstairs to where the TV's on, which is why I'm out here recording, so that you don't have to, well, so that I don't get copyright strike, let's be honest. Now I'm gonna go eat my salt and vinegar chips, which are now on the floor. I love salt and vinegar chips. Is that a Canadian thing? Back in Canada, we had them all the time. Since I've been here, everyone eats sour cream and onion or something. Like, salt and vinegar is not, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but I'm off to go cuddle up and watch a show and eat my chips. I guess my pregnancy cravings aren't as weird as some people's. That's what I'm going with. That's the takeaway. No, I really had fun though, and sludge is good. And now it's time for me to go eat. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more conscious living, and I guess, you know, just some random fun videos thrown in. I'll see you in the next one.